I'm going to talk about the importance of language games when you're teaching English, or you could apply this to teaching another language. And so the first reason why you might want to use a game is to generate interest. So if you just kind of like slavishly go through the textbook page by page, doing all these kind of like memorization things, and you focus on grammar and vocabulary, it's not that exciting for students. So unless students are very highly motivated, it might be kind of tough to like generate interest or keep interest in what you're teaching. If you do a little game at the end of every class, it's just kind of a nice way to like round off an activity. Students get some competition, juices flowing, and you can just kind of have some fun while also learning another language. Okay, the second reason to use games is that it can make the language more memorable and longer lasting. So if students are just so focused on like remembering this word or remembering this grammar structure, they're just kind of hyper focused, and like often it's the case they'll leave your classroom and then they'll forget what they learned the second they left. But if they use the language in kind of a fun game and interactive activity, it just kind of activates different areas of their brain, and it actually can make it more memorable. For example, if they have a lot of fun playing this game, they're going to remember that sentence they use, maybe the winning phrase, the winning something. They hopefully will remember that for the rest of their lives. The third reason to use games in a language learning classroom is that it encourages risk-taking. So many students, when they're learning a language, don't like to make mistakes. And I mean, I'm the same way when I'm learning something. I don't want to make mistakes. I don't want to be like a little bit embarrassed in front of my classmates. Maybe the teacher, I have a feeling the teacher will think, oh, how come you don't understand that? Something like that. And I totally get it. I think that's a very natural thing when you're learning something. You don't want to be embarrassed. You don't kind of want to put yourself out there. However, games encourage students to kind of just let go of some of their inhibitions, and they're often focused on winning. As opposed to like not making mistakes. So you can kind of encourage risk-taking, and this is where learning actually can happen. The fourth reason to include games is that they're very student-centered. So games, by their very implication, are not the teacher like standing up at the front of the class lecturing, talking all the time. Games are when students are using the language. So this is key. If you want to make language memorable for the students, they have to be using it, and games are one of the best way to do that. The fifth reason to use games in a language learning classroom is that they build confidence. So students are often kind of nervous and scared about making mistakes. Maybe they feel a bit uncertain about their English ability. But if you do some games that kind of encourage free use of the language, encourage a bit of creativity, it can really help students kind of get out of their shell, and they can be a bit more confident with English. They can feel like they actually used English to accomplish a task. Okay, so those are my main reasons why you might want to include games in a language learning classroom. If you have some ideas, please leave a comment below and tell me your number one reason. Also, be sure to check out my book, 103 Low Prep ESL Speaking Games and Activities. And please hit like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.